Good evening everyone and welcome along to the 7th round of the WWRL Championship here on F1 2018. We are here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the 7th round of this championship, and we are already halfway through qualifying there or about, and it's Animus who is currently on top of the timesheet with a 108.7 to his name. Behind him is a Sauber of Satoshi, with a second repairing of Bascadino and Smoltino, the championship leader, with 66 points to his name. So the devil doesn't come out and haunt his race here in Canada tonight. Milk is in 5th place on the Hypersoft tyres, interestingly, with Savy alongside him. And we got a new guy in TX606. I might just call him TX for the time being, as it looks like it's starting to rain. At the beginning of the qualifying session, it was quite sunny, to be honest. The sun started to come out, but it is now behind the clouds. The clouds start to gloom over this circuit, and the rain is falling. On board with light cruise as it comes down towards turn 1. It actually looks pretty wet out there, to be honest. It might not be the perfect conditions for a qualifying lap right now, as he gets the tank saver on the exit of turn 4 there, and then through turn 6 he's done a 19.1, which if I look at another perfect exit, he did a 19.4, so that maybe Ruben is pulling it out of the bag here. Those in 0 ERS, so that suggests that he is backing out. Maybe he had invalidation somewhere. He might have cut the corner. It's very easy to do here in Canada. Lots of corners that the drivers need to be really aggressive with, and DRS has been disabled. So the FIA have decided that it's not dry enough for the slick tyres, and everyone is going to have to finish qualifying on the intermediates. So that might as well mean that Anonymous is on pole. No one can really improve in these horrible conditions. The sun is out and it is beaming down on this glorious, historic racetrack. For the 16 drivers that will be participating in today's race. This should be a cracker, everyone, so hold your horses and get ready for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. So formation lap gets underway, and all the drivers will be starting to warm up their tyres, their brakes, hopefully not the engine, because we don't want to see any engine blowouts here in Canada. If you look at the tyres, you can see a mixture of tyres, especially for the guys at the back. Lazzaro and Sagittario, who recently joined in qualifying, are both from the super soft tyres. Ruben is on the ultra soft tyres, interestingly, but Satoshi on those hyper soft tyres compared to the ultra softs of Anonymous. He's going to need to get a great launch and possibly challenge into turn 1. Obviously the guy on pole has the inside line for turn 1, so if Satoshi wants to make any move, he's going to have to try it round the outside for turn 1, which will turn to the inside for turn 2 if he can make it stick. But we'll have to wait and see. As we head now to the 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. Shocking start from the Toro Rosso, but he leads into turn 1. The Sauber having some connection issues. It's 3 wide in the midfield. Smoltino trying to find a gap between the Sauber and the Haas, it looks like, and he's made it up into 3rd place. Hettis Davey also making complaints at the start. It's Milk dropping down the field a little bit as we head towards turn 4 and turn 5 and turn 6. As it goes through the right-hander of turn 5, and Hettis Davey and Milk going side by side. The Haas with the inside, but can't keep it there, and the McLaren makes a move round the outside and keeps that 4th place. Anonymous leads from Sauber of Satoshi from Jasper in 3rd place. And that's Hettis Davey and Milk going side by side. Milk almost getting pushed into the wall, and it loses a place to the Mercedes of Bascadino, who almost might be having a look at the McLaren down into the hairpin of turn 11. Can't quite get past us. The two Hasses are in a battle of their own. Crazy Os going side by side with TK, it looks like, down the long DRS straight. No DRS just yet, as I think there's going to be 3 wide in the midfield. Bascadino is going to get past 2 in one go, and he makes a move stick. Hit Davey having to back off a little bit, but they're still going side by side as lap 1 ends. Bascadino, can he keep it around the outside? Yes, he can. Up into 4th place goes Mercedes, and McLaren can't fight him back. Yes, he will. He'll try his best on those super soft tyres, but with that disadvantage in tyres, he can't get past, and Milk settles into 6th place. Oh dear, what's happened to Light Cruiser? There's been tangling, and Light Cruiser is made contact with someone. He's right down the back of the field. We've lost some front wing plate. For good measure, Panda Cruiser looks like he might have been involved in that as well. He's going extremely slowly. Senator Halo might have been involved as well. It's been shocking for Red Bull so far, down in 14th and 16th. He tries to go around the outside of Light Cruiser, as is the Sagatari. He's also got past Zed Arab for good measure, as Sportino and Satoshi are going side by side. That came out of nowhere, as Animus getting a comprehensive lead so far out in front. Sportino will try and put pressure on the Sauber, and it looks like he's gaining a lot on those super soft tyres compared to the ultra softs on the Sauber. See how this battle commences. Sagatari with DRS on this straight towards turn 7. Can't get past the Force India just yet. Have to settle in not for much longer, because he's going side by side down towards turn 11. Can he make the move stick on the Force India? The Force India will try and keep it down the inside. Sagatari just about gets better traction on those ultra soft tyres and makes his move up into 9th place. Look at this, Milk and Bascadino going side by side, and Milk getting past the Mercedes down into turn 1. Here on the hyper soft tyres, remember, so he's going to have to get past the guys in front of him. Sportino is his next victim in the other Mercedes. Panda Cruiser goes round the outside. Oh, Zerado looks like he's struggling a bit on those super soft tyres. Going to try and keep it down the inside. There's contact. There's a Ferrari off into the distance. I think that's Uga Booga Man. But Zerado just making wheel-to-wheel contact with Panda Cruiser, getting away with it. Light Cruiser having to file in just behind him. Setup goes wide into turn 9. That's not going to help him, as now down towards the hairpin. Light Cruiser just going to settle back from the McLaren. I'll try and get past him on the DRS straight, as McLaren has a tank slapper on the exit of the hairpin. And now Light Cruiser was talking to the slipstream of McLaren. McLaren with DRS, but Ruben looks to be gaining, and now he's past the McLaren. Into turn 13 we go. And there he goes, up into 13th place. 3-car train down the DRS straight. Ferrari, McLaren, and Haas. As TX is going to try and go round the outside of McLaren into turn 13. Very hard to get past side by side. Whoa! Headers Davey getting past the pair of them through turn 13 and 14. And he's back up into 6th place. Oh, as Jordan retires, I was just spectating the battle for 3rd place, which is really heating up now between Smoltino and Milk, and don't discount Bascadino either, but Jordan was unfortunately out of the race for the Sauber team. The other Sauber though of Satoshi in 2nd place, in between Smoltino and Anonymous. He's just got himself within that 1 second mark of the Toro Rosso, so we will have DRS to use to try and maybe protect himself from Smoltino, but Smoltino has to protect himself from Milk as well. Look how close Mercedes is to the rear of that Sauber. Surely there'll be a pass maybe, but Sauber look like he's wearing very low wings, and maybe challenging the Toro Rosso, it looks like, into the final chicane. But Toro Rosso just about stays in front from the Sauber, from Mercedes, from the Haas, from the Mercedes, and that is your top 5. That Sauber is gaining exceptionally on this DRS straight. He's going to pull out to the inside. Down the inside of the Sauber goes, and he takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Satoshi has overthrown the Toro Rosso of Anonymous, as Milk dives it into the pits on those hyper soft tyres. Did it put them along way in this race, which will help him in the long term as he puts himself onto a set of ultra soft tyres. So is that showing that the Haas is two-stopping? Unlikely to get to the end from there with those tyres as he fires himself out just ahead of Panda Cruiser, it looks like. And it's crucial for him to get himself ahead of Hazard. And I think he's done it into turn 4 we go. Not a really bad camera angle, but he's got it done. And now, crucially for Milk, he's got 2.3 seconds of clear air before he approaches the Ferrari of Crazy Yoss. That was a crucial move to make, especially with all these guys fighting for position. The Sauber will probably pull away on this straight, but maybe not. Anonymous Martino might try and get past the Toro Rosso down this straight. It's a bit too far back, and it's not really possible for a dive bomb into the final chicane because it's not that slow corner. But Bascadino is going to try and pass Panamas. It's going to try and get past the Sauber. Into turn 1 we go. The Sauber just about stays ahead. Bascadino gets ahead of Martino though, and now try and get past the Toro Rosso as well. Those hypersoft tyres, no, not hypersoft, ultra soft tyres look to be dying on those Toro Rosso, on the Toro Rosso car. And yeah, but Sauber just about stays in the lead. Look at this, Milk is all over the tail of Crazy Yoss. I just said in the previous clip that he's got 2.4 seconds of clear air to get past Crazy Yoss, and he's already got past him. Unbelievable. So look how much time he's gaining on those brand new sets of ultra soft tyres. This just spells bad news for all these guys battling for position, not just battling. Bascadino could be trying a move on the Toro Rosso, not just yet. Bascadino is all over the tail of Toro Rosso. He's going down the inside into the hairpin. We don't see that much moves pulled off here, and it's not really pulled off, but they're still side by side. Going down the DRS straight, both will have DRS assistance to their use. Toro Rosso tucks in, so the slipstream of the Mercedes. But I think Mercedes has this done and dusted. Yes, he does. Into the final chicane we go, and Light Cruiser's got past Crazy Yoss, as well as TX. Unfortunately, has to retire from the session. We'll hopefully see what has happened to him on board with Hetty's Davey. Oh, where's Davey going to go out of shape? Oh, Hetty's Davey's into the wall. Oh, as soon as I spectate him, something bad happens to him. But can we see what happens to TX? Has he crashed? We'll have to wait and see. No, he's just parked up there. I think that might have just been, he called it a day. But H third out of the back of this train. Martino will be trying to go round the outside at the hairpin. Toro Rosso has just been overtaken by the Mercedes on the few laps prior. And now the second Mercedes is going to try and get past him as well. Can't get past him just yet. The DRS will help the Mercedes try and mount a challenge on the Toro Rosso. Will he dive into the final corner? No. Thinks better of it as both of them, Satoshi and Anonymous, come into the pits. Now, let's spectate Bascadino. Was his outlap good enough to leap himself ahead of Anonymous and, crucially, the man who he was behind before pitting, Satoshi? Satoshi is just coming out of the pits as we speak. Bascadino is coming down the main straight. Crazy Oscar 5 seconds stuck a penalty, but into turn 1 and turn 2 we head now. Bascadino is on the inside and he's ahead of both drivers. The undercut has worked for Mercedes. Bascadino ahead of the man who was leading the race. Whoa, that's a late lunge from Satoshi. He forces Mercedes off into the grass of turn 2. Bascadino just about edges ahead of the Sauber. That was a very late move. He pulled out to the inside at the last moment and just about kept it sufficient to the FIA rules. Bit of odd body stuff, but that's what we like to see as Light Cruiser sets the fastest lap. Now Satoshi is really close to the back of that Mercedes, and with the low aero setup he must be running, this could surely be an easy pass down the DRS straight. He's going to pull out to the inside. Bascadino can't really fight him that much with how little front wing the Sauber is using, and he sails past the Mercedes up into third place. Oh, Senna de Halo is facing backwards at turn 6, it looks like. He's onto the grass, he's got dirty tyres. His race has probably been ruining before this. But that just adds nails to the coffin of Sinner Taylor's race. Is Bascadino gonna try it? Not just yet. He thinks better of it, but trying to get a better exit through the chicane, and he's done just that. Now, in the slipstream, Bascadino gonna pull out to the inside for turn 1. Can he make the move? Stick down the inside. There's Satoshi fighting back. He has the inside for turn 2 now. And Masaba just about stays ahead once again. This battle is enthralling to watch, and it's still not going to go away. Now Bascadino gets an amazing exit down towards the hairpin. We go now. They're side by side. Saba with the inside line will try and protect this second place he has for all his might, and he's just about managed to keep Bascadino at bay. But for how much longer? As with the DRS and ERS and slipstream up to max, Bascadino is going to try and go round the outside of the Sauber. Can he get it done before the braking zone? Sauber will fight him back once again, but to no prevail. Bascadino is now up into second place as Milk pits. Where does Milk fall? That's Multino on the right hand side of the screen. Milk is ahead of him, and he's ahead of Hettis Davies on lap car. As these two are still going side by side, it looks like. This battle, oh my god, excuse my voice. This battle is commencing incredibly. This is just wheel to wheel. Great action between the two. And Anonymous has been having great front row seats for these two. Sagatari puts his name on the fastest lap board. Satoshi is going to go round the outside at turn 1 on the Mercedes. Can he make the move stick for the lead of the Grand Prix? Yes, he can. He gets past the Mercedes at the second time of asking. He couldn't get past on the DRS straight. Now he can get past, and he'll try and pull away as much as possible. Bascadino getting all out of shape and hitting the wall, it looks like. I don't think he sustained any front wing damage for his woes. He's still in second place and will still be challenging that Sauber. Yellow flags in sector 2. Is it 4? It's Smiltino! Smiltino's lost it. What a shame for Jasper. He's lost a heap of time. Don't think he has. Don't think he sustained any front wing damage. But his tyres will not agree with that. He is down, way down, out of the running for the win. Oh, Sagatari has retired from the race. He was looking for some strong points. Not anymore, he's not. He is out, and he has left the session. Probably out of frustration, to be honest. That wasn't a clean race for a man who has already won this season. A man who hasn't won this season is neither of these two. And these are still going hammer and tongue for the win. Milk is 1.6 behind these two. They're going wheel to wheel into turn 1. Bascadino just about keeping it ahead, but Satoshi will keep it down the inside of turn 2. They're going wheel to wheel through turn 3. Down towards the chicane. Satoshi with the inside line getting past Mercedes. Surely the Toro Rosso and the Haas will be eager to have a look at these two after battling for so long. This is all playing into Milk's hands now with the fresh ultra soft tyres. He'll try and get past Anonymous on this straight. Surely not. He's already pulled out to the inside line, down in towards turn 7, getting past. Oh, a bit Djibouti stuff, but he gets past Toro Rosso into turn 8, I should say. And now he's up into the podium places. Now, Bascadino is going to try again. He's going to try into the inside line for the chicane. He backs out of it. Satoshi kind of cuts him off there. And here comes Milk. Milk is coming for that bread. He can't get past him just yet. Bascadino is setting up the inside. Oh, it's a bit of early voice of Milk. Trying to switch back. Can Milk take the lead of the Grand Prix? Yes, he can. Satoshi squeezes out the Mercedes to dry. The Mercedes is overtaken by Anonymous. And that has gone from bad to worse to catastrophic for Bascadino, who was leading the race at one point. He's now outside the podium positions. But what a move from Bascadino. Should be overtaking Anonymous down this DRS straight. Into the corner we go now, and he gets past him before the braking zone. Up into third place goes Bascadino. Meanwhile, out at the front, it's Milk just ahead of Satoshi. Milk has been unable to clear these chasing pack just yet. So she is still hanging on in there, but I doubt his efforts to claw back his first place are going to come to anything, to be honest. Pasquino is going to try again into the hairpin, round the outside. The Sauber defending once again, and defending successfully, but Pasquino with a switchback move. Can't quite make it just yet, but he has the DRS straight, and he'll try and put this to good use. DRS on the Mercedes, pulls to the outside, inside line I should say, and up into second place goes Mercedes. The Sauber tries to fight back, kind of cuts him off there. Cuts into him there, I should say. And here comes the Toro Rosso. He'll be looking to get into some of this feisty action. The last lap starts. As Milk is coming onto the final straight, he will take his third win of the season as he rounds the final couple of corners. It's been an exceptional two-stop strategy that's worked for him today. Milk takes the checkered flag to win the Canadian Grand Prix. Anonymous just about missing out on third place on the line. He misses out third place. Satoshi takes third. Basquedino takes the runners-up spot. Martina, the championship leader, will take home fifth place. Disappointing considering could have been in this battle. Crazy Yoss has retired. Oh, Uga Bugaman has lost it on the curb. Crazy Yoss has retired. Unfortunately for him, I'm not quite sure as to how that's happened. Panda Cruiser gets past Uga Bugaman, who is lapped. But anyway, let's run down the classification. Light Cruiser finishes in 6th place. H 3rd in 7th. Panda Cruiser in 8th. Uga Bugaman will come home. Crazy Yoss will come home in 9th place. Interesting. Uga Bugaman finishes in 10th. Thanos Halo in 11th. And Hettis Davey rounds out your top, or rounds out your top 12 I should say. That is it then for the Canadian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Hettis Davey is stuck in the pit, so I don't want to wait a minute and 40 seconds to see the classification. You can see it yourself. Milk takes his 3rd win of the season ahead of Basquedino and Satoshi. We hope you enjoyed that very as much as I enjoyed commentating, and we'll see you for France in a week's time. Catch you then.